Chelsea are cooking in style. They look really, really good in the Conference League so far. Yes, I understand it's your fringe players. I understand it's not your best 11. You're not playing the best team in the world. However, to go out there tonight, away in Europe, away in Greece, against a side that have caused upsets in the Conference League before, we know that. And they've gone out there and scored 4 goals. No Palmer, no Sancho, no Madueke, a very, very, very strong side still. And they've scored 4 goals. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you go down, smash a like on the video if you haven't already. If we can hit 500 likes, that would be absolutely glorious. Do you know what? This Chelsea side are going to cause a lot of stress on opponents. I'm not going to lie. Make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Something like 81% of everyone who watches Chelsea and Liverpool haven't subscribed. I want to look at the lineup because a lot of players in this Chelsea team have got a point to prove. And I want to talk about Mudryk, who bagged tonight. I want to talk about Nkunku. I want to talk about Neto, Kieran Drewsbury, who Cucurella we know is just the only one that's practically guaranteed, I would say, a start in a Chelsea shirt is Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella. Now, completely different side that played Liverpool at the weekend, and fair enough, they lost. Fair enough, Liverpool were really, really, really good. I'm not going to lie. Liverpool, at times in that game, turned it on. Curtis Jones was really strong. They made a number of changes. Badiashile come in. He come off the bench against Liverpool. Vega come off the bench. Drewsbury Hall didn't feature. Neto come off the bench. And Nkunku come off the bench. But there's a lot of fringe players. And I don't think it's right calling them fringe players because of how strong Chelsea's squad is. But they essentially are fringe players. And they go 1-0 up, 22 minutes in. Mudryk assist. João Felix gets his goal. And João Felix, there's no denying his talent. There's no denying it. He has got bundles and bundles and bundles of talent. Making his big money move from Benfica to Atletico Madrid. There's no denying it. There's absolutely no denying it. But it's the consistency that fans want to see. And tonight, I thought he was really good. Gets his goal, gets 2 goals. Trying to cement his place in and around that Chelsea first team. And I've said this a number of times. Chelsea can afford to give Jadon Sancho, Cole Palmer, Reece James, big players in and around that team, Caicedo, Madueke. They can afford to give them rest when it comes to a European game, which no other team can really afford to do this season. They go 1-0 up. Mudryk gets the assist. Felix gets the goal. Chelsea kind of, I don't want to say settle the nerves because they were strong favourites going into this game. And Chelsea are strong favourites for the Conference League. Go 1-0 up away to Panathinaikos. And then you're thinking, right, it's half-time. Go out there, get an early goal, completely kill this game off. And what do? Mykhailo Mudryk, who gets the assist for the first goal, goes out there, second half, not even 5 minutes gone. Pedro Neto with a lovely assist into Mykhailo Mudryk, and they make it 2-0. And who is there again? Mudryk with the assist. João Felix makes it 3-0. 3-0 up in the 55th minute. I understand you're playing Panathinaikos. I understand they're not the strongest 11. I understand that Chelsea are expected to win the game. But we've seen this a lot of times, whether it's Liverpool, whether it's City, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's Spurs, Man United, Chelsea, whoever it is, they go, but you haven't played anyone. But as long as you are beating what's in front of you, that's all that matters. And Chelsea so far have scored a handful of goals so far in 2 games in the Champions League. Then they get the penalty. No debates there. It's 100% a penalty. And Nkunku steps up and scores it. And Chelsea are 4-0 up. Yeah, I understand Pellistri gets the goal, the ex-Man United player. It's against the run of play. But if you look at the Conference League, Chelsea are top. They've scored 8, they've conceded 3, and they're barely even playing a single player from their first 11. Genuinely. They've scored the most goals in the Conference League. They've got the most goal difference. They've won 2 out of 2. And I think Chelsea this season should be relatively happy with what they've seen. None of their first team players are playing. None of their first team players are risking injury. And so far, they are absolutely cooking. They're absolutely cooking. Mudryk, Felix, they are balling out. And look, the same Chelsea side made a number of changes. They played Liverpool. Yes, they lost, but they took the game to Liverpool at Anfield. They cooked in style, and I think they should be very happy. You look at their fixtures they've got coming up. They've got Newcastle on Sunday. That is a huge, huge game. And knowing the fact that you've rested Cole Palmer, you've rested Madueke, Caicedo, Jackson, I think they'll be confident. I'm not going to lie. I think Chelsea this season, as an absolute bare minimum, they should be beating and winning the Conference League. Like I think Chelsea tonight really flexed their muscles, went out there, won the game comfortably. I think they're the strongest team in the Conference League by an absolute mile. Sorry, apologies for the hiccups. But yeah, I think Chelsea were good. They took off Fernandes in the 70th minute. They took off Neto in the 60th minute. They brought on Guy, I think is how you pronounce his name, from Nkunku. They look really, really good, Chelsea. I'm not going to lie. And I understand. I've said this a number of times. You're not playing the strongest teams in the Conference League. But I want to look at their fixture they've got coming up with Newcastle United away on Sunday. Now, you can score 8 goals in the Conference League in 2 games, but at the end of the day, you have to go out there tonight, get the job done. And you look at these fixtures they've got coming up. That is 3 tough games in the Premier League. Newcastle United at home, Man United away, and Chelsea against Arsenal on the 10th of November. I comfortably think they'll go out there and they'll beat Noah. I think they'll beat Newcastle in the Cup. I look at the amount of goals this Chelsea side have scored. 4 against Brighton, 3 against West Ham, 5 against Barrow, 4 against Ghent, 4 against Olympiacos. Yes, they drew against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest defensively are a really, really strong side. And then you're up against one of the best teams in the country in Liverpool. You can kind of take that on the chin. But tonight they've gone out there and they've put a professional performance in. And they are cooking. I'm not going to lie. As a Spurs fan, I hate giving them praise. I hate giving Arsenal praise. But at the end of the day, I accept that a team is very, very good. And Chelsea tonight have played Panathinaikos, gone out there and got the 3 points. The next 3 or 4 games, we're really going to learn about their qualities because I imagine the same team that's played Panathinaikos will play Newcastle in the Cup and play Noah in the Conference League, as well as Hydrum in the Conference League. And I think the same team that will play Newcastle United in the league, Man United in the league, Arsenal in the league, Leicester in the league. They've got such a big squad. You look at their bench tonight, the fact that even if it went pear-shaped, which I don't think it ever would, you look at their bench, the fact that they can bring on Madueke, Jadon Sancho, it's stacked with quality. They've got academy players on the bench, and they've got young, talented players on the bench, and the attacking outlet of Madueke and Sancho. I think they'll go in there and they'll fancy their chances. Yes, they gave a goal away against a run of play from Pelestri, but they were absolutely comfortable. It was so easy for Chelsea at times in this game. You look at the match stats, you look at the fact, 9 shots on target for Chelsea. Chelsea had more shots on target than Olympiacos had shots. 60% possession, 619 passes, 92% passing accuracy. It was an absolute breeze for Chelsea. More corners. But I think if Chelsea really, really want to go out there and win this Conference League and go further in the Premier League. I think the big fixtures this season will be the ultimate test for them. How are they going to get on against the Arsenals, against the Cities, against the Man Uniteds? Of course, they lost to Liverpool. I'm not going to put anything aside against Chelsea. I think it was a very, very strong performance in Liverpool. I think Liverpool knew what their job was. And I think the difference in that game was Liverpool didn't make any bozo moments, whereas Chelsea did. Robert Sanchez, Tosin Adarabioyo, and Colwill collectively weren't at the races, but this Chelsea side have got all the talent, all the squad depth, and they've got what it takes to go out there and really put this team, back amongst the best. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you think Chelsea will win the Conference League. Let me know if you think they've got what it takes to win other silverware as well. Thank you all for watching. I am out.